welcome to the next lesson of how to play a Xiangqi Chinese chess. This is lesson 28 of our series. With this, we'll be looking at a special checkmate that is just delightful, that involves the lowly pawn delivering the check in an almost poetic way. This position came from an ancient manual called Elegant Pastime Manual, and it has the curious name of Repatriation of the Buddha. I don't know what the Buddha has to do with this position and why the Buddha needs to be repatriated, but that is the poetic name. If any of the viewers know why this is called repatriation of the Buddha, please put it in the comments. It involves a couple of sacrifices. First of all, we notice that Black has a lot of pieces. He's got a horse here. He also has a horse right at the centroid of the palace. He has a chariot here, and a cannon down here. And in fact, if it was Black's move, all he would need to do is move this one pawn up forward. That would be a checkmate. Red has a horse, chariot, one cannon, and a pawn. And we will find out. He's going to sacrifice both of these pieces here and deliver the mate with this pawn supported by the cannon. It's just beautiful. So let's observe how it happens. First of all, this chariot is sacrificed. The king has to take. Now remember, this is not an advisor here at the eye, so it can't retreat. The king takes. Horse forward, check. Now if the king went here, this would be mate. So he sees that and he thinks he can maybe survive by coming up. So the next move, red comes here, and this is actually check. This would be kind of hard to find, but the red horse now is the cannon mount for this cannon back here, and so the king can't go there, and the horse cannot be captured, so the king has to take. And now comes this lowly pawn coming in for the kill. Watch this. Now observe the cannon back here and the pawn are going to work together. The pawn moves over one. So it's moved across the river so he can move sideways. This is check. Now the horse could come here and we would see the same thing as we're just looking at. But Black thinks he's going to throw a wrench in Red's game by coming here, which does stop the check. But this sets up this characteristic repatriation of the Buddha position. And it's just delightful. Just watch this. The pawn moves forward, check. The king is in check. The pawn cannot be taken in any way. And the king has to move back. Pawn moves forward again with check. And again, the pawn cannot be taken. This, luckily, is not an advisor. King goes back. Pawn forward again, check. King goes here, and finally the pawn moves down here with the final checkmate. Isn't that delightful? Watch this again. We'll back this up a few moves. Check. Horse blocks. Check. Retreat. Check. Retreat. Check. Sidestep. And checkmate finally. That is one of the neatest checkmates I've seen. And the beauty of it is that Red has sacrificed all his pieces except for the two that are needed for checkmate, and the checkmate is administered by the lowly pawn, the only red pawn left on the board. That's a delightful checkmate called Repatriation of the Buddha. Well, thank you for joining us there. We will stop and turn our attention next time to another beautiful pawn attack called a centroid pawn attack. Join us then. Thank you.